Welcome to Yellowstone National Park. Just kidding. Hi, I'm Liam, and today I will be telling you about how to prepare for a trip to Yellowstone, perhaps the most visually breathtaking and geologically unique place on Earth. Within the bounds of the park, you can find just about any wilderness feature imaginable. Mountains, like Eagle Peak, tower over the park at 11,000 feet and more. 4 distinct forest types can be found within the park, ranging from temperate coniferous to alpine. Geothermal features that don't exist anywhere else in the world exist in abundance here, from heated pools to bubbling pits of mud to extraordinarily powerful geysers. And to top it off, a wide variety of awe-inspiring wildlife live within the bounds of the park. But if you're planning to visit, there's one thing you must be ready for: unpredictable weather. In this video, we will break down how to prepare for your Yellowstone excursion, what types of weather you will experience, and what to wear to stay comfortable no matter what season you visit. Yellowstone, stretching across Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, sits on top of a volcanic plateau at elevations between 6,000 and 11,000 feet. Because it is located very far from any ocean or large water body, it typically experiences a continental climate, characterized by dry air, cool nights, and large daytime temperature swings. So, when you consider this lack of proximity to water combined with the park's high elevation and the constant Arctic air blowing in from northern Canada, it starts to make sense why Yellowstone experiences months of snow and weird phenomena like hailstorms in July. Now, let's get into how to prepare for individual seasons. In the summer, daytime temperatures usually range from 70 to 80 degrees, but early mornings and nights can dip into the 30s and 40s. Thunderstorms are common in the summertime, even though it is a characteristically dry climate, which is due to the extreme temperature difference between elevations within the park, which creates an unstable climate that forces any sort of moist, warm air on the ground to rise to much colder elevations and condense. Another factor contributing to the commonness of precipitation in such a dry climate is orographic lifting, where warm, moist air is forced over a mountain rather than lifted due to instability in the air around it. Diurnal valley breezes can create thunderstorms and heavy cloud formation in the lower parts of the park by trapping air in a valley with nowhere to go but up. This, along with orographic lifting, can cause some very interesting phenomena. As you can see here, the right side of this peak within the park is vegetated while the left side is not. This is due to a moisture difference caused by orographic lifting and therefore the valley breeze effect. But with all of that said, what to wear? Bring short sleeves and shorts for the daytime, along with comfortable shoes, and if you plan on camping, bring a 30-degree rated sleeping bag, at least along with sweats, and camping or not, don't forget your rain gear. Autumn in Yellowstone is magical, with fewer crowds, golden aspens, and daytime temps around 40 to 60 degrees. However, nighttime will drop well below freezing, especially in mid to late October. This time of year is characterized by a southward shift in the jet stream, caused mainly by the fact that the dry polar air coming from continental Canada becomes more and more prominent as opposed to warm tropical air coming from the Gulf. However, the fact that there is more cool, dry air than there is in the summertime doesn't mean that it can't snow. If you're traveling to Yellowstone during the fall, it's important to remember to pack layers, as the nighttime versus daytime temperatures are extremely variable, and bringing waterproof outer layers in case there's snow on the ground is crucial. Winter in Yellowstone is not for the faint of heart. It has been described by many as walking into a snow globe, with the majority of the park completely closed off to cars. This time of year is by far the least visited, as the park receives 150 inches of snow each winter on average. But it can be a liberating experience if you decide to brave it. Here on the East Coast, we tend to think of snow as slushy and partially icy, as most of the snow we get takes place with temperature closest to the freezing point. However, in Yellowstone, due to the dry conditions that we have previously discussed, the ratio of snow to water is 15 to 1, instead of the 5-to-1 average on the East Coast. This is how the historic buildings within the park, like the Old Faithful Inn and the historic post office, don't succumb to the weight of the snow each winter. For a visit in this season, prepare to pack for polar conditions, with temps reaching 20 to 30 degrees during the day and -10 to -20 at night, with the coldest ever recorded temperature in the park reaching a whopping 66 degrees negative. Finally, we come to spring, the time of year characterized by growth and renewal. For Yellowstone, this means a resurgence in tourism as temperatures once again begin to rise, ranging from 30 to 50 degrees in the daytime and still below freezing at night. Rivers begin to swell as mountain snowpack starts to melt, although spring snowstorms are still extremely common, as the Yellowstone Basin is one of the primary formation spots for spring's mid-latitude cyclones, which is caused by a clash of cold, polar air and semi-warm and moist tropical air right across the middle of the U.S. With the formation of these cyclones comes volatility, and this can cause short but heavy snowstorms for the entirety of the season, as temperatures still dip below freezing, even at surface level. With that said, if you plan to travel to Yellowstone in the springtime, bring layers as you would for the fall, as well as a waterproof outer layer, and most importantly, don't forget your camera. Yellowstone in bloom is a view that is unmatched. Hi, I'm back in person. Now, in conclusion, no matter what season you visit Yellowstone, you will undoubtedly leave amazed. The park is truly breathtaking, no matter the season. However, this beauty is characterized by instability in all aspects. First, it's situated on the largest supercaldera in the world. And second, as we've seen, the elevation, continental placement, characteristically dry climate, and tendency to form mid-latitude cyclones create extremely volatile weather patterns. As we have now discussed, you need to be prepared for anything when you visit Yellowstone, so dressing and packing accordingly is crucial in order to fully enjoy your experience. Now get out there and explore.